Hey guys, Beth the Whimsy Bee here. In this video, I want to talk about stitch markers and plush yarn especially. Okay, so I have made my first round in a magic ring for the project that I'm working on, and I'm ready to start the next round, and I want to mark that first stitch. So there are several different stitch markers you can use. There's the fancy ones that I see people selling online. There's this kind, which is super easy. You just slip it in there and turn it around. But I found that this kind falls out. So that one's not my favorite. And then there's these little pins that look like little diaper pins. I like using these, but honestly, they fall out too. And I work in small rounds normally with the amigurumis, and so I don't want to have to fasten it and unfasten it, fasten it and unfasten it for every round that I do. So these are good if you have to mark a stitch for later, because you can lock it and then it'll stay there until you come back to that stitch later. But again, not my preferred. This one is my favorite. I actually got this in a knitting kit. I love it. You can lock it, but it is long enough and big enough that it will stay, and so you can just slip it in and out easily. But like I said, I work in small rounds with my amigurumi, and so it is a pain to take out every 6 or 8 stitches, and so I like this one, but I found a better way. And that way didn't cost me anything. It's acrylic yarn. So all I'm going to do is I'm ready to mark this stitch. I'm just going to put it right there across it. And then I'm going to work my next round. Okay, and then when I'm ready, I just fold it over the opposite direction, work that first stitch and keep going. And so you will go back and forth through each time like this. And then once you are finished and you don't need the stitch marker anymore, all you have to do is pull it out. And it's very important that you use a smaller yarn as your stitch marker than what you're working with. So I'm using plush yarn, so I'm going to be using this acrylic yarn to be my marker. If I was using acrylic yarn, I would either want to use crochet thread, embroider thread, or take this apart and just use one strand. Because when you pull it out, if you're using a bigger yarn, it will leave holes all the way up your project where the thread was inserted at. So that is my tip for the day. Simple, easy, effective, cheap. Thanks for watching.